So, I have been very excited lately about getting a RV. Thought occurred to me it would be something really cool to do for Burning Man. I've been going through all these, justifications of why it's a great idea, or a good use of money, or why I deserve to spend frivolous money on it, and all these things, business reasons why it would be good, all these things that I could do, and I've been enjoying the process. Truthfully, I've just been enjoying kind of these fantasies, so much so that it almost hardly matters what happens. But yesterday, several things happened that really made it feel like I need to get an RV. And it's not just get an RV, it's get an RV and decorate it in pink and fur and make it into the vehicle equivalent of my pink fur bike that makes people smile when you drive by, snaps people out of their daily routine, and is a mobile bolt of love. So the three things that happen. First off, during Hug Nation, we were talking, and I said, I mentioned the idea of a road trip with the RV, and people were so enthusiastic. And so we've got planned in October, Spotman is going to come with me, a trip from basically Mexican border to Canadian border and back. And along the way, people offered to help us find locations, like coffee houses that have Wi-Fi, where we can stop along the way and do Hug Nation hugs. And people have offered, they said they'll go out and put flyers and kind of tell organizations that might be into that. And so we can have little physical hugs, kind of like we did on Valentine's Day last year. Which brings me to the next thing. I got an email from somebody who was there on Valentine's Day when we had the live Hug Nation hug, and had about 20 people that showed up for that, and it was really magical and wonderful. And this person wrote me saying that it was profound for them. The healing that it helped them with was life-changing, and it really was like a positive jolt of, yes, I need to get out from behind the keyboard into the world more, which I've been thinking about a lot. And then, I started to get a bunch of, nervous about stuff, and I started to think, well, and I was, talking about the expense and storage and all these things, and as I was writing this to a friend, I was like, wait a minute, what do I do whenever I get in this situation of a crossroads that I'm uncertain about? Ask myself, am I coming from a place of love or am I coming from a place of fear? And I looked at the two options. One, a pink hug RV traveling the coast spreading love. Two, worried that this is not the best use of my money and afraid that things will break down, afraid that, I can stop there. Can you guess which path is the path of love and which is the path of fear? Pretty clear when you think about it like that. So as I'm writing this about love and fear, and I'm going, oh yeah, I know it, I know what I have to do, I have to do this trip, I get a call. My roommate is right outside, her car has broken down in the middle of it's blocking our cul-de-sac. People can't get into our complex, people can't park, it's dead, and so I need to run down there and help her push her car out of the way and then deal with AAA, and I'm like, what universe? I'm suddenly so confident. Why would you give me this negative sign right now? And as I'm walking downstairs to help her with her car, I was like, wait a minute. That's not what the sign is. The sign isn't, be careful, things can break down. The sign is, look, this isn't a big deal. What if something breaks down? You deal with it. And before you know it, we had called someone on the phone. It was a little bit of a hassle, but it all works out. And then get this. So we're out in front waiting. The mechanic comes to give a jump, and just like we had hoped, all it needed was a jump. The guy on the phone was like, "Oh, you need towing," and the starters, trying to think that we're gonna have to tow it at midnight and all this thing. All it needs is a jump, easy cheesy. And the guy who fixes it says, we were talking about we need to tow it like 50 miles away to get to our mechanic. He goes, well, do you need a new mechanic? And my roommate looks to me and I was like, actually, I need a mechanic. I need someone to help me inspect RVs. I've been totally looking for people that, to inspect RVs and help me do some work to get an RV ready to go to Burning Man and this new road trip. And it was like, it's midnight. This thing that potentially was a bad sign turned out to be a lesson of don't worry, it all can be fixed. And the angel mechanic gets delivered to my lap, literally 50 feet from my front door. The mechanic shows up to give me his information and say, sure, let's inspect some RVs and find a good one for you. So, time to obsessively refresh the Craigslist RV sales page.